How do I deal with someone who constantly puts me down for my interests? And basically, whenever I see this a lot in discussions involving parties with different political beliefs. And on Instagram, I see a podcast called Necessary Conversations. And basically, the kids are trying to have a conversation with their parents where the parents are right leaning and the children are left leaning. And basically they can't talk. It's a conversation, but there's no conversation happening because one person says something, the other party puts them down, and then they put them down, and this just continues, right? But what we have to understand is, first of all, like many of the comments in this post say, you don't have to be their friend. I mean, like it's nicer to be around people who generally respect you. But if you are committed to being this person's friend, if you are willing to give it a try, right? Or for whatever circumstances you can't leave this person and you're looking for a different way to deal with this, something that can really benefit you is looking at why would somebody do this? Why would somebody constantly try to belittle themselves? If I am a person who constantly belittles others, then would I be a really self-assured person, or is it more likely that I am going to be a insecure person? So, if I am really confident, I don't need to put other people down and assert my dominance, so to speak. But, ironically, my insecurity constantly needs to prove to others that my opinion is good, other people are wrong, I'm the best here. So, once you start thinking about the psychology of somebody who behaves like this, it sort of becomes a little bit easier to empathize with them because they are stressed. As much as you are stressed by their reaction, it's very likely that they are also stressed by constant threats to their security. Every time somebody says something, it's a new reason I have to defend myself. That's gotta be very tiring, right? So if you are willing to put on the bigger shoes here, right? Something you can do is, yeah, you're right. So what do you like? Because I mean, yeah, I like the one of the examples in here is like I love sushi and they say oh sushi is disgusting. So yeah, what do you like to eat? I want to give that a try. Cause yeah, I don't know, like maybe after I try that my palate will change or I don't know, we can just disagree. But what do you like? I'm interested. Oh, really? You like that? Where's a good restaurant to do it? So these types of validations, right? Some will say it feeds their ego, it makes the problem worse. But sustained over time, they learn this kind of a psychology learns that oh, for some reason, unconsciously, I feel safe when I'm around this person because this person actually gives me some kind of a noticing. This person gives me a little bit of a witnessing. And that dynamic changes over time. But ultimately, it's up to that person to decide to start engaging with you in a different way, right? So, the really sure way is it's nice if you're in control of how you act around people, regardless of what other people do, right? If your happiness and if your actions always depend on what other people do, then you kind of have to play that game of like, what if this person's not good to me? What if this person's not good to me? And that is usually what incurs stress. So, when you decide what kind of a friend you are going to be, regardless of what other people do, that's when you take that personal power into your own hands.